husband, friend, and lover.
Katie, if you'd repeat your vows to Justin. I, Katie, take you, Justin.
I do take you, Justin,
Wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband,
To have and to hold
to have and to hold
this day
from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer,
sickness
in sickness and health,
and joy and sorrow.
in joy and in sorrow,
To love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish,
For the rest of my life.
and for the rest of my life,
I will be your wife.
I will be your wife, your friend, and your lover.
Justin and Katie, the rings are the sign of the covenant that you've just made with one another. So whenever you see these rings, may you be reminded of the pledges that you've made. You know, the rings are a circle, which is an emblem of eternity. So just as you take the ring and place it on Katie's finger, if you would repeat after me, with this ring,
With this ring,
I seal the covenant
I
between
seal
us.
the covenant between us.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
neither shall my love.
neither shall my love be.
Repeat after me, Katie, as you place it on Justin's finger. With this ring, I seal the covenant between us.
With this ring, I seal the covenant between us.
As this ring has no end,
As this ring has no end,
neither shall my love for you.
neither shall my love for you.
You know, in our culture, we're really blessed to be able to marry the ones we love, but how does marriage last a lifetime? How do you get the love that you're feeling right now? Sometimes I feel like I almost wish I could bottle the feelings and the emotions that are right here and just make a potion so that, I don't know, 3-4 years you get into a doozy of a fight and you just douse one another and say, don't you remember this? How do you make love last for a lifetime? And I'd like to leave with you with just a couple phrases. I think, as I said, we're blessed to marry the ones we love. I think making love last a lifetime means this: you love the one you marry. And how do you do that? I think one of the ways is that you go ahead and you choose to be companions rather than competitors. You know? And competitors often do a couple things. First of all, competitors are notorious for putting each other down, but companions say, listen, I'm on your team. You're mine and I'm yours. We're together for life. And so the word marriage actually comes from a Hebrew word which means to lift up. And so I'd say, Justin, lift up Katie with your words. You know, the Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. So use your words to lift her up. You know, put downs, they may work in a sitcom, but they don't work very well in marriage. And lift each other up in the way that you act toward one another. Be companions. The other thing, in not competitors, sometimes what happens with competitors are always focusing on their differences. Don't focus on your differences. Focus on your strengths. You guys have a lot of strength together. Don't harp on the weaknesses and your differences, but embrace the differences. So be companions and not competitors, but also be grace givers and not record keepers. Unfortunately, sometimes some relationships go something like this.
That's hard with the Finnerties.
I did not hear that.
But I was doing
So, like, sometimes it goes like this, like, oh, you did this to me, and I'm going to do this to you. It's tit for tat, now we're even. And they let you know that just doesn't work in marriage. See, love doesn't keep score. In fact, you know what being a grace giver means? Is it means love. Real love allows do-overs. Remember when you were a kid, you played a game, the dice rolled off the table, you say, do-over, do-over. Yeah. So here's what a do-over in marriage is called: forgiveness. And so when you get to those hard places and, you know, you hurt one another or you offend, you say something, and you say, listen, give me a do-over, please, I am so sorry. And you give the gift of forgiveness. I'm convinced that life is impossible without forgiveness. Forgive one another. Give grace to each other. And then finally, look to God as your source. I don't think it's an accident that you guys are here. But God brought you together. And it's God that'll sustain you. And I need to let you know, Justin, Katie's a wonderful resource, but my friend, she is not the source of love. God is. And Justin's a wonderful young man, just having spoken with him the time I've gotten to know with him. know him, but he's not your source. And you know why that's really important? Because there's going to be times in your relationship where you're really not going to like this guy. And you're not going to like her. And sometimes the love runs a little bit dry. You say, okay, where do I get that love from? I get that love from Almighty God. His love never runs dry. And he's the very source of it. Draw deeply in the source. Be companions, not competitors. Give one